Hello, today we're doing a bit of a different video. We're going to be doing a full face of W7 makeup. So I have a whole range of makeup here next to me in W7. My brushes, I'm just going to use my usual ones to apply because then it's not messing with the application. And I've done my regular skincare as I couldn't justify buying more skincare from W7 because I have so much skincare, it is ridiculous. And this is a brand that I opened the advent calendar of and the mystery box. So some of these products are from them, some ones I've picked up since. I join their lives every week on TikTok. They are really good lives, really good giveaways, really good deals. That's where I bought most of this because everything is around £7 or under per item, which is amazing. The most expensive thing, I think, was either the foundation or the brow kit. Other than that, everything's like £4 down. I did pay for these in a pack for £12.60 because it was on deal. However, they're normally like £4 per, so really good price, really good. I've been using these for a bit and I love these. So let's get on with this. Like I say, I've already done my skincare. I'm going to start with my brows because I always do my brows first. So this is the Brow King palette that they got. They don't shout about this that much, but it is really nice. You've got so many different things in here. So you've got, this is the kit. I'll be using the mirror from this. I think I did look at this. I think it's the dark blonde I need to use. Maybe the light brown. And they actually have a mixing thing, so you can put different shades in to mix, because some people are different shades to others. You also have a highlighter pencil with this, a brow wax to help seal your brows. So I'm just going to try and get it out so I can use. Yeah, we've got a brow gel there, which I will be using to set mine, and you get your brush to use for actually doing your brows. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to go in with the dark blonde and see how I go. If need be, I will obviously change which one I'm using. I'm just going to... Okay, that looks a little bit out of colour for me, maybe. Don't know actually. Should have kept my actual eyebrow pencil nearby to have a look. So I do use like a blondie colour when I do my brows because I'm having like the brown to blonde in my hair. Meanwhile, this is probably quite an accurate match to my natural hair colour, I won't lie. But yeah, you can just put as much as you need on your brush and then just swipe it through. I used to use powders on my brows all the time when I was younger. It was easier for me for getting a shade match because a lot of the pencils were different shades to what I needed, whereas I always seem to find a shade match in a brow powder, but that's that one. Definitely a little bit different in shade to what I normally use, but that's just because I've not gone for a different shade. Let me just pop a bit of the light brown over this. That's helping. Yeah, so a bit of the light brown, so I think I need to mix the dark blonde with the light brown a bit. And it does what I need, so I'm just gonna do this eyebrow as well. I did recently shave around my eyebrows, so they shouldn't need too much help in that department. I do like this because it's quick application, but I do like my pencils for the detail. That makes sense. So I like being able to draw on line by line the actual detail of the brow to make it look full and very much like it's the hairs and not me just filling them in. Right, so that is the blonde again on that one. I'm going to pop a bit of the brown over really quick. Just see if I can get the shade a little bit more close to what I use. However, it is very similar to my natural hair. This is my natural hair right at the front here. I'm less red than I used to be. I used to be very red. And you can use the brow wax with that as well, whereas I'm just going to pop the gel over this because I find gels set my brows really nicely. So we're just going to pop my gel over to set this. Okay, I'm quite liking the way the gel works. Yeah, I like the gel. I can say the gel is nice. And what I do like as well after, there is a highlighter pencil in here so you can highlight under the brow, etc., which I do like to do. However, I do have a highlight thingy that I use instead, that I've been using for a while. But I really like that kit. Especially for the price, there's every shade you could possibly need. So you dye your hair, you can change different shades. You go into Halloween, different things, you can change the shades. I really like that. Right, next up is my Oh So Sensitive concealer. I got this in shade, if I could tell you it'd be great. This is Fair Cool FC1. So I have got very cool skinned, wow, my eyebrows look really different now. I took my glasses off. I do my eyebrows with my glasses mainly because that's what I wear during the day, and I just seal these in a little bit just to give also a base on my eye. I do normally use a primer under my eyes, however, on my eyes, but I've not got a W7 eyebrow primer. I'm going to use my other beauty sponge. I was going to use my new one. I forgot to dampen it before this, and I'm not disappearing. I've got to go dampen that. This one is damp, it's just dying a slow but sure death. But this concealer I have been using for a while. This isn't like new to me per se. It's one I picked up when I needed a new concealer a few weeks ago. All my makeup as well, by the way, is water-based. So I use water-based makeup and make sure nothing's oil-based then, because it doesn't mix weirdly and like cause it all to separate, because water and oil just doesn't go together. So I try and use all of one type every time I do my makeup. So literally everything I own, day-to-day makeup, all this W7 is water-based, which I absolutely adore. Even my powder is a H2O powder. And that's, again, a daily use thing. It's not just for this video thing. What I do use daily, I will tell you, because I've really took some of these products daily using. So that is concealer around the eyebrows done. Got one that just doesn't want to sit, but that's, I think I'm having a bit of a skin day. And then next I do my eyeshadow. I always do my eyes first because I always end up with fallout, so it's easier. So I'm using the Influence palette. This is what I got in the mystery box. I love this palette. It's very similar to the Huda Beauty one I recently got. Very nice. You get a brush with it. I'm obsessed with some of these shades. You can probably see I've used this. Just need to find my eyeshadow brushes because I forgot to take them out of my makeup bag. There we go. So this is all my eyeshadow brushes. I don't use a lot of them. I normally tend to find one I like for the day and use that one. So I'm going to put a little bit of a lighter one here on to start. So I like to use a light one to just give a base to the eye, and it gives me something to work off of for the tones. So I'll find what tone I want for that day and use that as a base and then build from it. So say I'm going like goldy brown colours, which is quite standard for me on a day-to-day basis. I'll then normally go in with a dark one at the side and then blend it afterwards. So there is 2 cream palettes in here, but I'm not going to be using them today. I'm going to use the brown, which is just up here. Blur that off a little bit, and then I normally start just by doing as if it was an eyeliner at the bottom to get the line I like, and then I just blend around my eye like this. I'm no pro in eyeshadow, I'm not going to pretend I am. However, this is like how I like my eyeshadow at the moment. It changes. So today I'm going like out really like somewhere posh, something like really nice. I'll normally use tape to get a really nice line and eyeliner and stuff on it, because I don't use eyeliner very much day to day. Firstly because I can't see very much when I do my makeup. Like, what you'll notice is I do all my makeup without glasses on. And that is, like, near impossible for anyone who has glasses who is struggling. So I can't see close up or far away very well. So I do struggle that way. But I've got so attuned. So I've been doing my makeup with no glasses on since I was, like, 13. I've got very attuned to doing this. It just make like symmetry a little harder for me. My eyebrows are like cousins and not sisters. They always have been. I have like a weird dip in that one. So then after that I'll go in with a shade that's kind of in the middle of the two. So I'm going to go with this really nice light brown at the bottom and just blend them together a bit more so there's not as stark of a difference between the 2 colours I have on my eye. Then after that, if I feel like it, I go in with some glitter, and I do love a glitter. So I'm quite liking this one at the moment, which is the one that's like kind of different textures. However, I think I'm going to use this one just down here. I love this pinky gold, and it always goes really nice when I do browns on my eye. Like I say, some of this stuff I've had for like a month or 2, so I have used in bits. Others are literally brand new to me, so it'll be interesting to see how they work. But that is the eye look I'm going with. I am going to lighten the inner corner a bit. But the thing is, even with lightening this, I will be putting a little bit of highlighter in this area and stuff in a bit, so it will lighten it even further. So next up we have a mascara. So I got the Edgy mascara. I think this is only about £4, if that. They do 3 different ones in this style. I also do have here the waterproof mascara, which I've not opened yet because I've not needed it. I tend to save that for like funerals, weddings, etc. because I cry. If I don't really want to cry that day, we go normal mascaras, because it takes me ages to get waterproof off. It takes me ages to get normal mascaras off, because for some reason my eyelashes love a mascara, and it takes forever to get them off. It seems like it's a very buildable, so there's all different wand sizes. This is the wand I chose. When you have a look at the 3 different ones, this one's meant to be really good for both volume and the application. Get loads of product on. I'm quite liking the way it's going on right now. I don't wear mascara on my bottom lashes either, because I have really, really long bottom lashes. So when I do put it on them, it looks really weird. And also it always goes on my skin because I have such long bottom lashes. Like, anyone who's ever done my makeup, like makeup artists, have always commented on that. I always get a comment on my eyelash length, my nose being tiny, which I don't know why I've got such a small nose. And I'm aware I have a small nose. I used to have a piercing. It was just really hard work. And my Cupid's bow being really decent. And I will say one thing I've always loved since being a kid is my lips. It's just one of them things. I used to get compliments a lot. I was 5-year-old in the airport and someone stopped us to say they love my lips and the colour of them. It happened loads when we were away in America that year. And it's such one of them things, it's just like, ended up being something I love is my lips. I love my nose and my lips. Like the colour of my eyes, the shape of them that annoys me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not going to build too much because firstly I'll be here for hours. So I'm really picky. But that is going on really nicely. There's no clumping either, which I do find normally my eyelashes, they clump very easily with mascara. So that's really nice. So that is the edgy mascara I've used. Like I said, this isn't very expensive at all. It's a very inexpensive brand, but quite good quality product, I have noticed. Okay, so now I'm going to pop a primer on my face. Just because I don't like doing it too much when I'm doing my eyes because it dries out too much while I'm doing them. Just let me squeeze this on and I'll show you what it is. I can start rubbing it in while I show you. So this is I think this is the Grip Primer. So this is again water-based. I have an obsession, so I got this in the advent calendar. I need to get this a bigger version of it because I do quite like it, though I have about 20 other primers to try still at the moment. So probably better to leave getting a big version of this for a bit, save my money. And also my skin going red is normal. Whenever I rub it, it goes really red. So it's not to do with the primer. Anything I use like this, my skin always ends up red afterwards. It's just because of rubbing it. My skin just naturally reacts quickly to me rubbing it. Something to do with the primer, like it does it with every primer I own. It's nothing new. Yeah, so then we're going to go in for foundation. So the foundation I've got is the Lumina foundation. They talk about this all the time on their lives. They say it's amazing. I have this in this lightest shade. I'm going to put my glass on to find out the shade of this because I do not remember. In Radiant. So what I like about this is I can actually do this without the mirror. I love, firstly, the formula sounds amazing. Secondly, the applicator. I'm just going to pop, I don't know how this shade's going to be a bit dark on me, I think, but I'm going to put very little on and spread it well, I think is the choice. Just got this is what I use every day to put my foundation on. And the thing with this is it is very buildable. You can use it in all different ways. It is very glowy. As you can see, I'm spreading this out really well. And it doesn't look like a bad shade match as much. Now I'm spreading it the way I am. However, if it was a case of I use loads of this, the shade would be so wrong on my skin. It is insane. So you can literally blend this so it looks like next to nothing on the skin. It's just a nice glowy tint. Or you can use it as a full coverage and put plenty of it on to cause the coverage. I'm going to put a bit more on my forehead because there's no way that is going to do anything for my freckles. So my freckles are never covered up. I don't even notice this in anything. I don't think my freckles have ever been covered up, ever, on top of my head because they are just horrendous for it. But yeah, I'm going to use a mirror just so I can see a bit clearer because seeing in this camera's okay-ish, but not as good as having my mirror in front of me. So if I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm looking in my mirror. Okay, I'm quite liking the applications actually. So it makes your skin still looks like skin. So if you're trying to cover loads of stuff up, I wouldn't go for this. Like I say, you can build it. However, for me, obviously, I don't want to go too dark, too much build, because I'll go too dark. Oh, I quite like this though. So yeah, I'm quite liking a nice glow in my skin at the moment. So this is just literally got my skin looking like skin, but still glowing. I quite like that. Very, very glowy, I will say. Goes well like a glow in my skin at the moment. Okay, so that is how that is looking. Yeah, this is going to be one to get used to, I think, because it's a bit different to what I'm used to using. But I think I quite like that. Oh, it looks weird because just my eyes are done and the rest of my face looks really bizarre right now. I'm going to quickly just bring that around my eye a little bit. Only because under my eyes looks really pale. I say this, I'm not about to put concealer under my eyes because that's the other thing, my under eyes get really dark. So I just use this concealer a little bit under here. It also helps clean up any eyeshadow problems. a little bit on the nose, tiny bit on the head, chin, Cupid's bow, and then either side of the nose. Again, this is, I've been using that for ages. That concealer has been like a lifesaver for me as of late. I cannot lie, like it is really helping. You don't need a lot, a little does go a long way, and it's great for sensitive skin, this one. And I have got extremely sensitive skin. So it's always good to see something that is made for it, because it helps me out a lot. I blend this in with my beauty blender as well. All concealer I do in my beauty blender, everything else is brushes. This is the only thing I use a blender for, or a sponge for, is to blend concealer, which I'm quite happy with that. That's how it's looking. I also will use powder on this in a bit. I don't like to put too much concealer under though, because it does end up creasing very quickly on my face. Standing back a bit, it looks a lot better than it did when I was like really up close. Just then it kind of scared me. So next for the bronze, I used the Dewy drops. This is a Dewy bronzing drops. You need to give these a shake before using them. So you have 3 different sorts of Dewy drops. You have a blush one, a highlighter one, and then they're bronzing drops. So I just pop a bit of this on my hand, like so. Then what I normally do is just take it on my finger and dab it where I'm going to want it before I blend it in. I really love these. I started using them recently, and they now might have to be a staple in my makeup bag. Like, I don't think I know what I would do without these. I really love them. The colour they give is gorgeous. It's not too much, not too little, just enough. Then I normally use, where's my brush? This brush, this is my Spectrum one. So just dab, oh, that went way too far. That was my fault. Dab that in on the cheekbone, just under it, to make that contoured look. I don't tend to use a lot of powders anymore, only because I find me liking quite a dewy, nice look. My powders stop that, so I've started kind of using mostly just liquid products or cream, and then I'll set some of it with my powder. But other than that, I don't tend to use too much powder product nowadays, which is a little easier with travelling, so I don't have to take loads of palette stuff with me. That's annoying me a little bit. Let me have a look in my mirror and see if I can fix this. It just looks a little bit too much. Let's see if it looks a bit too much. I'll normally rub a bit more instead of dab, just to blend a little bit along the line more. That's better. This is how I end up with the weird line on my head as well sometimes. That really annoys me, because I just get annoyed at it, and then I can't bother arguing with it either any longer. Then after them ones, my hand ends up like a palette of like makeup at this point. So normally I'll try and rub them off a little bit before I put the next one on. Next we go in with the Sweet Glow drops. These are the blush. I love these ones. So yeah, that was the golden drops. Next is Sweet, and then we have the Dewy. Again, use a shake, and then you just pop a little bit on the hand, like so. Probably a bit much actually, that, because I don't use that much blush. But it's fine. And then again, I just do the same thing as I just dab where I think I'm going to want my blush to sit. And then we'll just do up there, and then a little bit on the end of my nose. What we'll do is put a little bit more either side, so there wasn't much there. Then I use my other Spectrum brush to blend this in. Being fair, I could probably use the same brush. I just like to have different brushes for different products. And I'm not like massive like, oh my gosh, I have to have all the blush in the world on my face. Some people are very like, need loads of blush. I'm not. So I'm quite red anyway, naturally, like my skin. And it does come through sometimes. I don't want to over accentuate that by putting loads on that isn't natural. Because obviously, if it's going to come through, it may as well come through naturally and not with product on my face. And the one thing I have found with this as well is it doesn't react bad with my skin at all. The glow drops or anything. Then before I do my highlight, I normally set what I've got here. So I'm going to set this with the H2O powder. This is their H2O setting powder. It's really weird and hard to describe this. So it's kind of like, it is a powder, but it feels like water when it goes on the face. If you drop water onto it, it just rolls off. It doesn't soak in or anything, which is what is lovely. But it literally sits so nicely. I've never had a powder I've actually enjoyed like this. Like most powders I just get annoyed at. This is actually really lovely. It sits in really well. It literally feels like there is liquid on my face right now, like from this powder, and there isn't. It's really cooling. Amazing for under the eyes. I found it's brilliant under my eyes. And now once I've done under my eyes, I normally just go over wherever I've put some concealer at all, and sometimes I'll just go along the bottom of my face as well, just to make sure it's set properly. And I'll go back over under my eyes for any excess powder that might be there to make sure it's all off. Yeah, that is just how I set it really quick. And then last but not least, I have my highlight. So I like to go in and highlight after setting my powder because it just gets rid of all the shine I make with it. And I only use a tiny bit of highlighter, I don't use a lot. Again, I'll just pop a little bit on a finger and dab a little bit here and here, a little bit on the nose there, and then I'll normally pop a bit corner of each eye, and then I have my brush here and I use the longer side, the bigger side, to just quickly blend up anything that is here. If it's not wanting to blend like that little bit is seeming a bit funny, I'll normally just pop that there and then go. And then I have my little end of this brush, which I use for all my eye corners, etc. I'll dip it in here and then just put a little bit around the cupid's bow. Then I know I'll put a little bit under my eyes, my eyebrows there, because it just really nicely brings them out. Like I said, there is highlighter pencil in here you can use for that, and it is really nice, and that'd be really nice in the corner of the eye as well, I will say. Then all that's left is, firstly, setting spray. I do not have a W7 setting spray, sadly. I thought I'd picked one up and I have not, so I need to pick that up. But for now I'm just going to use my usual Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, just so I don't, it's what I use every day, so I know it's going to be fine. I thought I picked, like I say, I thought I picked W7 up, I have not, but I don't want to put my glasses on without having put some setting spray on, because the style of glasses I have will definitely, these need cleaning, knock my makeup off on my nose, so I always try to set it before putting any glasses on, if I can help it. And there's no shades to tell you most of that. I've showed you any shades that I already have. Oh, there we go, I can see. I can let you know though. Oh, just put my finger in some glitter. The shades I use on my eyes was Beautiful, Sway, Heyday and Rule. I should probably try using this brush at some point because it looks like quite a nice brush actually on that end. But yeah, that's the colours I used in that. Then I have a massive choice of options when it comes to my lips, because again I have quite a bit of stuff from the boxes and that. So I have two colour pencils here for lining, Candy Apple and Sultry. So Candy Apple is very me, but I just need to check I have a red lip to go with it. I also have a lip twister in Malbec. This one is just a twist up one. Again, don't know if I've got a shade exactly to go with it right now. Then lip wise, I have this pink from the vegan range. I've got the shade on here. That is Belle's Pink. I have the lipstick Softcore Playful Pout. And yeah, just I can open that. These are minis from the calendar. I think I have, this is the red there, so I'll show you the pink next. There's Wait For It, which is quite a nice colour. I do think I will use on my lips soon. I've just not started using these yet. I've got that many lipsticks. And then, oh no, this isn't a red. I swear I had a red. And this is more of a nude. You'd think that was red, wouldn't you, looking at that? And that is in Stay Golden. So I need to decide what lip I'm going to do, because I need to find one that's going to match one of these liners very well. So what have I got here? I'm actually going for a lip and no liner yet, because at this rate I think it's going to be better off, because all these look a little too off to do it. So I'm going to go in with a shade that I like, which is this one. This is the soft core one. So I would have normally lined them, however, not an option today, so I don't have a liner that matches. I was sure I had a red and red. I might have a red and red and it's in a bag somewhere. It's always possible with me. If I've ever lost lipstick, it'll always be in a bag in my house somewhere normally. Bar my Huda Beauty one, which went missing and never seen it again. I really like that. Okay, so that is, I think, the full face of W7 makeup. Let me know what you think in the comments about it. I actually quite like that foundation now. I've like layered it with my other products. It blends really nice with my neck as well. I'm really happy with that. I really love the bronze. Like I say, I'm really big thing for these glow drops. I think they're amazing. I really like these ones. Definitely ones I'd say. I really like as well their lip drench that is downstairs. I've been using that a lot. I think I've mentioned it before. It's really good, really hydrating on the lips. I'll probably top up with that later. Love their lip drench, absolutely amazing. I can definitely get behind the mascara as well, and I've always loved the eyeshadow palettes from W7. I used to use them a lot as a kid. But let me know if you want to see full face of some other brands, preferably not really expensive ones because I can't afford that. I literally have like 2 Lancome products and I don't want to have to buy loads more. But yeah, let me know what more you want to see here on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.